guys? I'm here again with one more thing just real quick. I had a couple questions at school and everything about wireless security, stuff like that. Most people use Linksys wireless routers. Wireless G I think is the big one right now. Even I use, Wireless G. There's also Netgear, other companies like that, but Linksys being, the best buy choice for wireless routers is what everyone's using. Rightfully so, they're good routers, they're solid, dependable and stuff, but the problem is they're not very secure. Of course, you can go fairly in depth into just how to break into them, stuff like that, but the most simplest way is just connecting to them. If they have no passphrase, very easy to do. It's a little bit more in depth, but yeah, you can get the passphrase very easily. What I'm doing is I've connected right now to one of my neighbor's wireless networks. There's no passphrase on it at all, so they don't have any shared files on the network. I already looked, but a person who knows absolutely nothing really can do damage if there are shared files and everything, but I can connect to this network just by clicking on it, and my best guess is that they have a Linksys network. That's what I'm going to go to, the IP address that Linksys networks usually use. It's 192.168.1.1, and it pops up with this authentication required for the WRT54G. That's a Linksys wireless G router. Again, that's at 192.168.1.1. It wants a username and password. Well, setting up a username and password in Linksys routers isn't really hard to do. It's not easy to do either, but probably 80% of people don't do it. Well, if you use the username as blank, just leave it blank, and in password type admin, ADMIN, hit enter, it'll let you in. Now, this is, his Linksys wireless G broadband router. Basically the software that comes with it. This is all the information for it. They don't have their time settings set up right. I'm not in the Pacific time zone, but you can see all the computers on the network. You can put a password on the router. Also enabling remote management, so I could actually manage this from my server, or from my network. Upgrade their firmware, stuff like that. You can set up a log. Turn off their firewall. Big deal there. There's also access restrictions. You can actually set it to where they can't get online at certain times. Again, you can also do this, of course, to your own network, but since there's no real security, this password that it blanks in here, it's nothing, it's admin. There's not a whole lot, stopping anyone from getting on their network. You can get straight onto the network just by clicking on it, and then knowing the 192.168.1.1 and the password is admin, you can get actually into their router. You could, more or less completely take over their network. I know a lot of people that have Linksys networks. Maybe they got them set up by Best Buy. Maybe they, just set them up themselves because they're very easy to set up, and have no idea that this happens. They know that people can get onto their network and they put a WEP passphrase on it, which, 90% of the time that'll work. That no one wants to deal with it, even though it's very easy to crack. But also they just don't put a password on the router. And, people have locked themselves out of their network, stupid stuff like that. And all you have to do is go to this IP address, type in admin, and you're good to go. So I just wanted to put that out there real quick. Most people know this, but if you don't, it's a quick fix. You basically go in this local router access under administration. It might be a little bit different depending on your version of your router. Most of the wireless G should be pretty similar, a little bit different GUI here, and type in a password. I'm not going to do it now because, this isn't my router, but type in whatever you want as a password. Next time you log in, leave the username blank, and in the password type in whatever. If you're going to type in password, type it in twice, and you would log in with the blank username and the password as password. But there you go.